We'll just start everything over again. We'll see if it works. Say hi when you come in. Everybody say hi so I know you're here. There we go. Internet just dropped out temporarily, and then it came back. We're good. I guess we're good. We'll wait for a couple more people to get in here. We'll just continue the rip. We just started break number 2. So we'll continue in just a moment. There we go. Say hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hit the thumbs up. Let's get back into things. You want to see a cool shirt? Kind of cool. We back? 5x5, everybody there? Internet dropped out. Let's continue. I just ripped the plastic off of this, but she's still sealed. We're still doing the retail. That's why I'm always like glancing up, just making sure we're still live and it just doesn't drop off randomly. Now I look down at my bar and there's a weird arrow sign by my mic. Okay. There. Good to go. Okay, come on, let's get a monster. Monster time. Meryl debut. Hype music incoming for a huge hit. There's something. Rainbow foil? No, a blue. All-Star Game Vlad. Chrome Jackson Churio rookie, and here come the hits. Blue, Hector Neris. Imanaga Mystical. Tyler Black, yellow parallel, color match. Trejo Jackson Holiday rookie, and some stars cards. Still have yet to find a Stars of MLB parallel. Out of all the 24 update I've opened, has anybody in the chat hit a Stars of MLB parallel from 24 update? I'm gonna top load these Chrome Churio. Vlad. We're gonna run out of room on the stage, so I'm just gonna set them aside. We got 2 boxes left. Let's continue down this path first. Yeah, Samuel, it's on the Patreon page, the randomization. Randomization results in the links. Too many nukes broke the stream. Forget to turn the fan on? Well, yes, but I don't think that's what happened. I think the internet just dropped out. I did forget to turn the fan on though. But that'll just like freeze the like this right here, but everything will keep going. Like my face will still be there and I just have to cool it down. Maybe, I don't know. Because the music was still playing and that's what threw me off. Like the music was still playing, so I'm like, we must have internet still. But I think it just was a hiccup and and we're back. Maybe it was the Wanderer. I think he had something to do with it, actually. Let him cook, Yamamoto. What is this? Michael Stefanik Rainbow Foil? Yes. Aquas, Aquas, Aquas. We'll take that, Skeens. Soderstrom Aqua. Blue. Sullivan. There's a black gold, Hank Aaron. Ryan Weathers. True Merrill. Foscue Aqua. Skeens back here. Skeens debut. And a gold. Come on, gold. You can make the box with a big gold here. 300 home runs for Anthony Rizzo, numbered to 2024. Meza to 799. Wander's freed up about 72 top loaders for you. Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't have that many Wanders. I didn't have any big ones. Most of mine were just standard. I had a couple of graded ones, but like no autographs or parallels, just like basic cards. Fun Channel says, I ripped a 2025 Bowman Blaster the other day. Hit a chrome blue Slade Caldwell to 150. That's a nice hit. Congratulations. It's a good hit out of Blaster. Okay, we're looking for a banger box that has multiple parallels. I see one right there, which means it's possible that we got a banger box. Come on, big blue. Seth Beer to 150. I really like this design with the blue. It looks pretty nasty. Montero. Did we get a banger box? Jeremy Pena first. He also had firsts in this year. Daniel Lynch, Chrome. I think we just got a standard box. Jaron Duran also had first. Dude, 2020. It might be time to grab some of this and hold on to it too. You also have Jordan and Bo rookies. Tarek Skubal, Jaron Duran, Jeremy Pena, Bobby Witt Jr., Jason Dominguez. And it hasn't gone up in price. It's the same price as it's been basically since the release. Because when this came out, it was like peak pandemic increases and lack. You know, everybody was lacking. They wanted more. Never been so disappointed to see a beer. Can you believe the Jackson Merrill patch has not been pulled yet? Yeah. They're not all going to get pulled. Dude, people are still holding that, like, people are going to, it may never get pulled. It might get pulled in 5 minutes, you know, who knows, but it might never get pulled. People hold on to wax, especially really good wax, and they sit on it like it's going to go up in price, which it will. Maybe not. I mean, there's a Shohei. It's tough to know. It's tough to know. That's why, you know, like the smart investors in the stock market and in everything pretty much, they buy and they hold. See you in 20 years. Because it's too difficult to know what the short-term fluctuations are. But with sealed wax, you can pretty much bet on the fact that it's gonna go up in price over time, over especially a long stretch. It just keeps getting ripped little by little. And then eventually it dries up and you can't find it anymore. And then the people who bought cases of it and they're just holding it for forever, for a long period of time, they'll trickle out a couple boxes. And then those couple boxes end up being like twice as much as the last ones that sold. And they hold their ass and they sit there and they wait and they wait and they wait. That's the kind of thing that happens. So with Topps Chrome Update, that Merrill may never see the light of day. It's such a rare card. The fact that so many did show up tells me that a lot of the wax has been ripped. Probably at this point, 80% of the Topps Chrome Update wax that was produced has been ripped. It's at least 70%. Which is a crazy number, dude. That's a crazy number. It's not that old. So 70 to 80%. And it's just, you know, you can come to that number based on the number of 101 patch autos, debut patch autos that have been pulled. If 70% of those have been pulled, then 70% of the wax has been ripped, roughly. Then they're forgotten about in the attic. Yeah, or kept in some kind of a storage unit or a safe deposit or a safe. I mean, this stuff's so expensive, you can keep it in a safe. And everybody thought that the price was going to fall to the floor after the skeins got pulled. And I was like, I don't know. It had an initial dip, like a real fast initial dip of a little bit. And then it immediately went right back up to where it was. Because it's not... Many people are mistaken when they think that a release is all about one card. It's not about one card. It's about the totality. If there's only one good card that you can get out of it, it's not going to be a good release in the first place. The reason why they get so expensive and why they're so premium is because of multiplicity of things. Hit that like. You guys got to re-hit the like button if you forgot. We got to get back up to 100 real quick. Man, we were cruising. We were cruising along. A lot of people joining in and then crash. Here we go, 24 Heritage High number. This is another product. Dude, buy it while it's cheap. If you're going to. If you ever wanted to like invest in a low risk, high return proposition in baseball cards or whatever, wax. Like I've been talking about, that's kind of the theme of the day. 698 of 699, Josh Smith. You gotta, at least the way I prefer to do it, is to get it while it's still affordable. Because if you wanted to do that with like 2018 Topps Update, that time has come and gone. It's already gone. Jose Siri, it's already expensive. Now, it'll still go up over time, but much better to get a hanger box for like $7 out of the clearance bin when you could back in 2018. It was clearance everywhere. Than to spend $200 on it right now. Clayton Beater to $6.99. That's the kind of upside that sealed wax has. Buy it for $10 and 5 years later, not even, dude. It was like 20x. It's like a 20x return on that in just a few years. Josh Bell to 75. Now it's rare and it's not always going to happen, but every several years a release kind of comes along that explodes in value. Jackson Holiday rookie. Christian Scott Aqua. You just gotta be very picky and knowledgeable about what ones to go after and why. Stocked up, yeah. Well, it dropped, so this stuff dropped. Like if you were looking to buy a bunch of this when it was like $225 a box, that clearly, it's easy to say that in hindsight, but I wasn't stocking up at that price. I haven't stocked up. This is the last of what I have. I've only got a couple boxes left, 2 hobby boxes left. Dylan Cease White. But I do have some blaster boxes. I got a bunch of blaster boxes. I bought them on Target, Fanatics, and Dick's. all had blaster boxes. And the blaster boxes are back down to like the price, the original price. Graham Pauley to $6.99. Now, granted, Heritage isn't as... Oh, that's sweet. Steve Garvey. Real one autograph. Brian, nice hit, bud. Yeah, the blaster boxes are already back down to like 30, 35 bucks. This is like the same... That's the trend that happens. Initial spike, little dip, and then it goes to where it's supposed to. Because after that little dip, people are going, man, I bought it at 200 and now it's like 135. I'm gonna double down. Cheerio. Gorman to 225. I don't know if I'm gonna buy any more hot. The only thing that keeps me away from like buying a bunch of this and holding on to it is the difficulty of the rip. It's not fun to rip, so I can't like envision myself wanting to rip a whole bunch of this for breaks. But from a personal like investment standpoint for a normal everyday collector, everyday Joe. Camille with a $25 super chat. Oh my goodness, I missed it. Appreciate that, thank you. Nastrini, mini. We're at 68 likes. Let's get to a quick 100, guys, if you don't mind. We got to re-hit the like button because it's a new stream, fresh stream. No way. That's a nice card. That's the Skeens image variation. Look at him. Intensity. What a cool card. I have not pulled this yet. Tyler. Beautiful. Let's soak this one in for another minute. I love it. I love the top third cropping. The intensity, the bandana, the towel over the shoulder, the mustache. I love everything about it. Would it kill him to crack a smile? Yeah, I guess. He'd literally be dead. Jordan Wicks to $6.99. Yamamoto. Bust this one out early. Well, we got room on the stage for this monstrosity. So the base cards get sorted out. The rookies, the inserts, the firsts, the autographs, the short prints. Basically everything of value gets sorted out by team. And then all the like the veteran base that has little to very little value gets randomly distributed. It's just too much work sorting out like just the common base cards, you know. So I just grab a little pinch, put it into your break pack if there's room. I just put the best of the best cards on the stage for something to look at. There's still like a bunch of cards that get top loaded and stuff. Here come the golds. Brandon Lau. 43 of 50. Going to Chris. What's up, Saul? Shaka likes pristine. We got a big gold auto earlier. These base packs could use some work. Like the pack inside, they're just so dry. They feel pointless. There should be some kind of a parallel you can get or something. Like it needs to be rethought. This whole design pack within a pack within a pack it works to an extent, but the whole thing needs to be rethought of. Mitch Haniger. I can be involved in the process if you want, Tops. But I do have a high consulting fee. Just, it's best if you know that up front. But this, come on. Ooh, look at this orange. Look at this fancy orange. Babe Ruth orange to 25. Sweet. 14 of 25 for AJ. What's up, Norton? Dennis. How fast do the breaks usually sell out? It depends, but usually within, like if I list 3, within a half hour. Sometimes faster, depending on factors. It really varies. Sometimes they sell out super fast. Sometimes they sit there for a little bit. Takes a little longer. But usually they sell out pretty quick. The first break's usually gone within like a minute. Has Series 2 checklist come out yet? I've heard reports that it has, yeah. But we still got... Series 2 is on the 11th, so we still got a couple weeks. Alex Verdugo. Boston Pristine. Norton with a 37 month says your fee would be worth every penny. I agree. Thank you. Thank you for that. Not only would it be worth every penny, it would be worth more than every penny. And they'd come back for more. They'd be like, that worked out so well and was so profitable for us. We're going to bring you on as a permanent consultant. And I'd be like, hold your horses. I never said I want to be a permanent consultant. Gonna have to add a 0 to that offer. And all you can eat Taco Bell. Josiah. Rookie auto. For the Natties going to Chris. Who thinks it's crazy that Acuna hit a homer on his first pitch? I actually don't. I was not even surprised. I'm honestly, I played him in fantasy that day because I was like, he's probably going to hit a home run on his first pitch. Orange, Steve Carlton orange with a game used piece. That's a thick boy too. On card auto. 10 of 25. Phillies gem. Justin. It happens, and I'm not just like Acuna doing it, but players in general, superstar caliber players in general, coming off of some kind of a injury or missing some time, whether it's birth of a child or family situation or whatever it is. A lot of times it happens on their birthday or the birth of a child, but also coming back from injury, they hit a home run in their first game. Now, first pitch, that's a little different, but first game. Like, if I were the pitcher, I'd want to get ahead of Acuna. Like, you're thinking game theory, and you're like, this guy's going to want to see a pitch. He hasn't had a major league at-bat in however long. He's going to want to see a pitch. Get used to it. Cecil Fielder. He's on the back of my chair. Can't see it, but Cecil. Oh, no, it's a Prince Fielder on my chair. That's right. Either way, Fielder. Andy, congratulations. What an autograph. Look at that. He took his time. Special. That's a special one. You were hoping they would release 24 screen. Dude, you don't know, man. They might. They might keep coming out with stuff for 24. I would. I've been saying, like, if I were in charge of Topps, Fanatics, whatever, I would come out with so many 2024 products because of that checklist. People will gobble it up and they'll pay whatever price for it. Old man Sig. No, the old man Sig's got some shake to it. That doesn't, that's like a middle-aged man Sig. Jeter. Ken Griffey Jr. Blue Pristine to 75. Going to Nick. Yeah, they are still coming out with 24 products. Yeah, so I just don't know how many. I have no idea what's in the works. I wish they'd tell me. I wish they'd keep me up to date so I could inform the people and get them hyped up and prepared and ready and excited about a new release, right? Wouldn't you do that if you owned a huge company and you had access to a guy to relay the information whom the people trusted? It's tough. Huge corporations. There's so many layers of management. Like there's a web page. Go look at the Fanatics management structure. Way too many people. Jaron Duran. The CEO, the CFO, the CTO, the OEO, the AEO, IEOOU. It's like Senior Marketing Development of Management Personnel. Super Senior Marketing Development of Sub-Management Personnel. Like, dude, for real? I actually wasn't collecting at that time, Mark. So it's not, I don't really have like a connection to it. I stopped collecting in like 97 and then I started again back in like 2018. So anything in between there, not big into it. It's like your vintage, yeah. We're almost at 100 likes again. You guys are doing it. You're really doing it. We're almost there. The likes don't carry over. You got to hit the button again. I know. I know. I know you don't wanna. It is a lot of work. But I ask you kindly. You can get some beautiful cards of superstar players in high grade for affordable prices. Should check some out. Well, I got a little secret to tell you guys, the whole world. I'm not going to give too much away, but I will tell you a little something. I'm not going to be buying any singles anytime soon because I just made a couple of big purchases. A few really, really big purchases. And that's all I'm going to tell you for now, because they will be coming in the mail within a couple of weeks. It takes a while for some reason for them to ship. But it's really exciting. And I think you're going to enjoy seeing what I picked up. Gallon blue. If you want to guess in the chat, you can. I probably won't tell you if you guess right, but I'll look at it, and everybody can look at it, and then we can go back when the time comes, and you can be like, I guessed it right. Joey Gallo, blue. There's another James Wood. Orson Welles, wow. Santander. How much should I get selling it in LCS? How much should you get, or how much are you going to get? Tyler Gentry. How much should you get? You should. If I was a card shop, I would offer probably like 40% of what the card's worth. Because a lot of reasons. It's a nice Dylan Cruz, by the way. Very nice blue speckle chrome Dylan Cruz rookie. So the card shop guy, so here's what happens. Let's look at it from both people's perspective. Both the buyer and the seller. So you're the buyer. We're going to put ourselves in the shoes of the buyer first. You don't want to deal with the hassle and the fees and the taxes of selling your card. So you go to card shop guy and you're like, here's a card, you take it. Well, then they have to deal with the hassle of selling it. So that's X amount of money. Just the hassle of then selling it to someone, whether it's on eBay, relisting it, pricing it, putting it on the store, taking up their floor space, because that's limited and it's valuable, and they have a lot of overhead. There's employees to pay, there's electricity, there's rental fees, so all that costs money. And then on top of that, if they're going to sell it, they have to pay fees and taxes on it afterwards. So you take the fees and the taxes off, and you're at like 60%. Like they can only offer you 60%. Now some places offer you more. I'm just giving you a general idea. There's a Kim. And if it's like a bulk situation, it's even worse, because then they got to go through all the cards and individually sleeve and top load and price them out and ship them and the envelopes and the labels and all the stuff, man. There's a lot of fees. So what would I give you? Like, I'd want to give you like at most 40% of what it's worth, at most. But ideally, like I'd want to get like 25%. That's a little low. That's very low, and like nobody's gonna go for that. So you gotta kind of up it as a little bit more. And usually what they do is they'll give you some cash and then some store credit, so that they can at least get the offer up there a little bit more. And then the store credit doesn't end up costing them as much as it would as if they just gave you cash. So it's kind of a win-win when you get store credit, because you're getting more than you would get if they were to just give you cash. Rafaela Chrome. But I think a lot of places, they'll probably give you like 60 to 70%. Bryson Stott. And it's different for everybody, because some people have a lot of clientele coming in all the time. They have a heavily trafficked store, so they can move stuff without having to sell it on eBay. Like if you have to sell something on eBay or auction it off or something like that, there's going to be way more that goes into it, and you're not going to be able to offer as much. But if you just put it on the floor and someone comes in and sells it, that's way easier, and they could offer you more for it. And it also depends on what kind of card it is. If it's a super popular, super good card that a lot of people want. Black Blake Snell, this is a black border, only 50 of these bad boys. So if it's a super high demand card, then you're going to be able to get a little bit more for it too, because it'll be easier to flip. Freddie Freeman, game used. selling it at LCS, you'll likely get 30% for cards under 20 and maybe 40 for like $1,000. There you go. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, like I'd want to give you 25%, but you know, maybe we can work something out. Kind of. It just depends. Like, is this a sweet card or is this just kind of like? And also, what's the condition? Can he then send it away to get graded and increase the value? That's also factored into the equation. A lot of people who go try to sell their cards at the card shop don't even know about condition. They're just like, hey, this is what you give me for this? And they have no idea. They're just like, a card's a card, right? Like, bro. No. And then there's still a risk. Even if it's in great condition, there's still a risk that that's just a 9. So then as card shop guy, you just lost out. You don't want to lose. You don't have to lose. There's so many people that want to sell their stuff. You can pick and choose. Also, that rhymed, and it makes it even more accurate. 2021 Chrome. Yeah, that's true too. L. Dave says, I've gotten close to what I really want for certain cards for my LCS. It seems like they pay less when people bring in bulk than bring in one card at a time. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When you bring in bulk, you're saying, here, you go through all this and do all the hard work. I don't wanna. So then card shop guy goes, that's gonna, what? No thanks. Why would I want to do that? I look at all this, and then he shows you his billions of cards in inventory that he could just do that. Why would I buy your stuff? I'll give you 10 cents on the dollar for it. Then maybe it's worth. Then you could actually afford to pay someone to do it. What is this? A redemption? Congratulations, you're due to receive an autograph card of Bryce Harper of the Phillies. We'll take that. Who's got the Phillies? Justin does. Bryce Harper autograph. Any day of the week. We're not going to put him on the stage because it's a very pathetic little piece of cardboard. How about a little bit of graphics on there or something? Tops. Like, it's different owners now. They're doing better. But I still say, put a picture of the card on there, or yeah, like you just gave us an IOU. You might as well have handwritten it. It's as good as money. It's as good as a card. Flaherty. How could you, like, seriously, imagine even that silly piece of paper with just the Phillies logo all over it. Or a cartoon Bryce. Like, you could do anything and it would be better. It would be... That's the next idea. Wait for them to implement that, guys. I'm gonna keep complaining about it till they implement it. When it happens, I'm just gonna wink at you and you'll know. You'll be like, I was at the stream. One of like 50 streams where he said, why don't you start doing something cool with the redemptions? It could even be generic. Like, let's say, I understand if you had to make an individual one for all of them, blah, 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 take a little bit more time to... So let's just make a generic fancy one with some rainbow foiling and a cool outer space design or something. I could type into AI right now and in 5 seconds get 100 good designs. Okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. I could get 4 in about 10 seconds. I could get 4 good designs in 10 seconds. That's the way it works. In fact, how about this? I'll do it while I'm ripping. Okay. You asked for it. Nobody asked for it. But you're going to get it. And it's going to be in the chat. Chat, give me a prompt. Give me an AI prompt. What should we make the redemption cards? I'll make it happen while I'm ripping these packs. This is... Come on, Tops. If I can do this, let's make it happen. Go ahead. In the chat, just give me a couple prompts. If you don't know what a prompt is, just give me a couple words of a potential idea. I'll pull it up and I'll show you what it came up with. 346. Let's turn 2 says galaxy. Okay. It's a little longer than 10 seconds. It's running slow right now. Okay, well, here we go. It was like 15 seconds. Should I just show you? Let me just show you what it came up with. Ta-da! That'd be a little bit cooler than a blank white piece of cardstock. This is a fun game. We can keep playing. What did you say? Animal floating in the tropics? Pulled a CAGS auto out of a blaster on Monday. That's a good one, man. Congratulations. So by the time I ripped these packs, we came up with 2 separate ideas. Might as well put one of those on a blank piece of cardstock. Look at that frog. I like that frog. Now you know. If you didn't know before, which not everybody knows, that's how easy it is to come up with any new ideas of any kind of art. The day of the graphic artist is dwindling and will be gone soon, because anybody can design anything in 10 seconds. Caden Kendall, blue shimmer. So now when you see a cheap design, when you're like, oh geez, they could have done better on that design, think, well, why didn't the art department just take 10 seconds and type in a prompt? Morales. Is this break number 1? No, Collins. This is break number 2, my friend. What about the Bowman green grass refractor with a base in the middle? Well, if you have a base in the middle, that's where the player goes, but you're getting it. Everybody's starting to get it. Like, hey, let's recycle the same old, like, I don't want all new stuff. I don't want like a release, a Topps or a Bowman release. There's a Sasaki red rookie. This is a general criticism of anything new. I'm talking not even just baseball cards, like anything. Let's get some originality. There's no reason to recycle the same old stuff over and over and over and over. Now, so with Bowman, like Fanatics has been really good about like slowly changing the game a little bit, little by little, changing it, making it better. Because dude, Topps was just stuck in a rut for years and years and years, stuck in the same old rut, not doing anything cool, not doing anything new. So Fanatics comes around, buys them up, and they got new, fresh faces, fresh voices, fresh ideas. But the key is, you don't go hog wild and change everything right away. You can't do that, because then people will be overwhelmed and they'll want out. So here's an example of what they changed in Bowman this year. They had the reptilian parallel instead of the lunar glow. Lunar glow was a little bit lame. I was never a huge fan of lunar glow. It was muted. The colors were kind of muted. It didn't look anything like anything crazy. That's a big hit. Jesus Mate to 125. Aqua Shimmer. We're going to keep the big hits coming. So back to the originality thing. You know, you can't just like flip the game upside down, but you can add a few new ideas, designs, etc. Like I'm happy with everything that they've been doing. So, you know, I can find one thing from the original Topps era that's just pathetic and call it out. And then, you know, Fanatics is open to listening to ideas and stuff, and they're changing. They've already changed and made a whole bunch of things better. Little by little. Tilero, Mini Diamond. I bet you we will see a change to that whole redemption thing. They've already reduced the amount of them. There's a Slade Caldwell. They've drastically reduced the amount that you get. Oh, a black X-Fractor 10 of 10 Ricardo Yan. Big autograph out of a hobby. You know what I noticed is these hobby boxes have dried up. I went on the big three, all three of them. They didn't have any hobby boxes of Bowman. It's kind of strange. You could conspiracy theory it out and be like, oh, they're holding them back because they want to rate it. But usually when all three of them run out, I don't quite understand that. They had jumbos. I wonder. I always try to think of like why that would be. Because I understand how like these allocations are working out. And what they do is they come along and offer you an initial allocation, and then they wait and see if like the price goes up, if it's a high price or if it's a low price or like what's happening with it. Then they'll come and offer these guys a secondary allocation at a higher price. So that's why the prices have been going up after release, typically for releases. It depends. If it's not as good of a release, it won't. If it's not, you know, if it's mass produced like a flagship one, like it's not really going to go up. What do we have? Cade Povich, Orioles hit. Black rookie auto. Wong, what's up? Your best JJ Bleday card or Corbin Carroll? I don't have any JJ Bleday cards that I know of. I do have some nice Corbin Carrolls though. Also, hold on one second here. I got something cool to share with you guys and someone to shout out. I gotta do a shout out real quick. If I can find it. When was this? I got it. I just want to make sure that I am that I'm getting this right. Okay. So I got someone reached out to me who is working with the athletics organization, like the A's, and they're working with the Lansing Lugnuts in Michigan. And he is, I don't know how much I can reveal about this, but shout out to the boys watching that are part of the Lansing Lugnuts. And shout out to Trevor. I hope you guys are watching. And if you are, swing by in the chat. Lapeer to 99. But yeah, he says the boys watch the breaks. So that's cool. I'm always telling you guys, I think some pros are watching. And that was a confirmation of there are a lot more pros watching than you can maybe imagine. You don't want to go to work. You just want to watch breaks all day. I like that mindset. You can do both. You got to get your earbuds. Put the earbuds in. Our last box of break number 2. $150. We're almost back to where we were before the breaks, before the stream stopped working randomly. Yeah, that's a big Mate. A big Mate. This is probably a big card too. I don't know anything about him, but it is a black 10 of 10, and it's his first auto. International prospect. So it's got to be worth something. Rex, my man. 20 gifted memberships coming in. Wong knows the right time to join. What is up? Look at all the free memberships. It's very generous of you, Rex. Appreciate that, buddy. Good to see you. Been missing you around here. James Wood, red rookie. Connor Griffin. What do we got? We got at least 2 parallel autos, I think. Or is that 2 base? We'll see. We got a gold. Castillo to 150. There's the gold DeVries. Little color match with the SD. That's a big hit. 28 of 50. And Walker Jenkins. Mojo Auto. Numbered to 150. Twins hit for Kurt. Brian's got the Padres. Castillo. Jana. Congratulations on the autograph. And Briseno for the Tigers. That is a good way to end break number 2. Cardshells.com. By the way, guys, we got a new code for card shells. If you need supplies, got a new code for 2025. It's Stryker 25. I think it gives you 10% off. And I don't know if it's a one-time deal. I don't know the details on it. But I know that you can use a new code if you need any supplies from Card Shells. Take advantage. I probably didn't remember to change the code that the stream bot drops. I don't know. The old one might still work too. I'm not sure. But I got to make up some new cards. 2025 Series 1 cards. I gotta figure that out. I'm running out. Almost out. Too many silvery parallels. Yeah, I know what you mean, Peter. I agree. Like the Topps border ones, they're just too generic. The Fanatics. I wish they would have just kept the Aqua. There's some things, that's what we're going back to, changing things up, right? You want to change certain things and then you want to leave some nostalgia, especially like for collectors. Collectors like continuity to an extent. You want to have some things with continuity and then you want to also have something new to look forward to. And you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to please everybody with it. So it's just a matter of like, can we try to do the best that we can, and then we'll get some feedback, and we'll go from there. If we got to go back to the original, we can do that. If we need to change things up in the next release, we can do that. But with, like, I wish they would have kept the aquas. I liked the aquas. Maybe they're a little too generic. Maybe some people didn't like them. I don't know. I think most people like the aquas, though. They're pretty valuable. The Fanatics exclusive aquas. And changing it up to the Topps border, it feels kind of gimmicky. Like, it feels almost like a Logo Fractor Light. Logo Fractor Light. Also kind of like a marketing gimmick. Where it's like, let's get that Topps name out there more. I don't really know. But I don't like the Fanatics box design as much as the aquas. The Topps border. And they could just change it. I hope they change it next year. And either go back to aquas or something new and even more unique and cool. Hits. Crystallize is awesome. Yeah, see, but that's not taking away from anything previous. That's a brand new thing. Lynn, Emerson, Tellero, Gallon, Verlander, bunch of heritage stuff here. We got James Wood, Santander, Gentry, York, Judge, Naylor, Ibanez and Marsh, Guerrero, Kim, Alcantara, Rafaela, Stott, Black Border Snell, Reynolds, Alonso, Winker, Suarez, Nastrini Mini, Josh Schmidt to 699, Beater, Bell to 75, Paulie to 699, Gorman to 225. Got the father and son holidays, Blue All-Star Vladdy, Chrome Churio, rookie, Verlander, Siri, Manaya, Scott, C. Soriano. Just a Merrill and a Churio rookie. Aqua Davis, Lipscomb, Wicks to 699. Josiah Auto. Gold Lau to 50. Haniger, Pristine. I believe Stars of MLB. Yeah, see, that's something that can be replaced. Verdugo, Pristine. Beer to 150. Meza to 799, Duran first, Morales to 175, Kendall to 150, Freeman Clubhouse Collection, Griffey Pristine to 75, Bo purple to 99, Cruz and Wood parallels. That's a nice pulls from 25 heritage. Flaherty to 199, Povich rookie auto, Castillo to 150, Griffin to 250, James Wood red rookie, Brisano, Castillo, Harper to 199, Locklear to 99. Beautiful redemption of Bryce Harper autograph. Orange Babe Ruth to 25. Steve Garvey autograph, real one auto. Paul Skeens image variation, that thing is sweet. Rookie image variation. Cecil Fielder, Pure Power. Pure Power Auto. Steve Carlton. Game used relic with an on-card auto. Flashback to earlier, Old Man Sig. That, my friends, is an Old Man Sig. Jan, 10 of 10, Black X-Fractor. Made to 125. Aqua Shimmer first. Walker Jenkins, Mojo to 150. And a Gold DeVries to 50. It's beautiful hits at the end there. Break number 3. Get it! We'll do our little retail run first. What is Rumble? It's just like it's like a different kind of YouTube. People can live stream and do videos on there. I don't post on there all the time. It's just because not a lot of people go there, but it's just like another platform. There's always the desire to expand a little bit when it doesn't take that much effort. It's like, you already made the content. Might as well put it on another platform, get some more exposure. But sometimes it's just not worth it. I try to keep up with that over there when I remember. But also, same with like Kick. streaming on Kick. Not a lot of people go there to watch baseball card rips. In fact, like nobody, like there's nobody on there that does that I'm aware of. So might as well go over, give it a try. Cabrera, Peterson. Same as Twitch for card ripping. There's not a lot of that. There are some that do that on there, but you got to be regular and established. Like you kind of got to do it like all the time. Oh, we got a relic out of this. Look at that. I don't think I've ever seen a relic come out of one of these. Have you guys? Kick is for like gamers, gamer streaming. Those kind of people are on every platform, Doc. But Kick is a little more lenient with what you can get away with. So is Twitch. Every one of those different platforms have different thresholds of things that they allow, but there's still things that you can't do. Juan Soto All-Star Game event worn. One more. Can you get autos from a value box? You'll have to check the pack odds, Ryan. You can go to topsodds.com and see if there's any autographs in the format you're looking for. But like it just depends on what value box you're talking about. Bowman value box, yes. You're talking about the newest, 2025 Bowman. You can get autos. However, some of the autos you're going to get out of there are going to be sticker autos. It has a different, it's a different checklist for the sticker autos than the Chrome Prospect autos. Obviously, the sticker autos aren't worth as much, so that's the give and take. It's like I think you can technically get as good of $1 per auto compared to a hobby box, but some of them are going to be lower grade autos, lower end autos. But one of my biggest pulls ever came out of a Bowman value box autograph. Bobby Witt Jr. I talk about it every single stream pretty much. Bobby Witt Jr. first auto, green parallel, gemmed it up, PSA 10, sold it for $6,000. Probably worth more now. Rex, what'd you say? Oh, you had a Slammer membership and expired. Good now, card expired, no notice. No, I hate when that happens, man. Card expires and there's no notice, or like when you got to get a new card, there's a bunch of memberships and auto pays and stuff that just stop. It's annoying. Churio True. Colt Keith. Jackson Holiday. Another Colt Keith, that's the debut. I like the debut picture better than is true. And we're getting into the good stuff. Michael Rucker to $9.99. Tobias Myers, Royal Blue. Royce Lewis, a couple of yellows. Boom, boom. Michael Harris. Richard, first time getting in on a break. Let's go Guardians. Good luck. We've been pulling quite a few Bazana autographs. I don't know if you watch the best of the hit compilation videos. I recommend anybody who hasn't watched them, go back and watch the hit compilation videos. They're awesome. Just nothing but hits. Just boom, boom, boom. The best hits of the week. I didn't get a chance to do one this last week because of the holiday, but I probably will get one I'll probably include like this week's breaks and last week's breaks and just make like a super compilation. Because we got some just awesome hits last couple breaks. Yeah, I agree, Daryl. Daryl says most of the 2024 debuts look like variations. Yes. Another Tobias. It's a rainbow foil. Colt Keith. Wait a minute. Got the wrong box. It's supposed to be a Fanatics box. Well, you guys get a free box. Congratulations. I'm gonna get you a Fanatics box too. I thought I grabbed a Fanatics box. A little bonus for break number 3. Let's get something good out of here too. Blake Walston. That's a cool one. Young and Hungry, Tatis and Merrill. Julio Mystical. Skeens. Lamet. Let me see if I can't find one more Fanatics box. Just remember whenever you're in trouble. Paw Patrol. Are the Paw Patrol SPs even rare? I bet you there's as many of them as like a normal card on the like. There's probably as many Paw Patrol cards as there. I just randomly pulled this. The Skeens Aqua. That's wild. I was gonna say as there are of whatever card that was. The Skeens, not as this. There's not as many. There's probably as many Paw Patrol card. Come on, get a good example. Get it as there are Zach Geloff rookie debuts. Can you believe that? It's like the best card you can get. Like the best unnumbered parallel, just randomly. Either that or the Merrill. It might be the Merrill. You have more Paw Patrols than golds. What are the odds? When will Skeens become a free agent? He probably won't. At least not for, I mean, some team's going to want to lock him up before he becomes a free agent, I would think. But you never really know. Sometimes if they have a good agent, the agent's going to be like, not let him sign an extension, the agent. But with pitchers, dude, I would be ultra careful. If I was an agent and my guy was a pitcher and they came along offering a huge extension, not that the Pirates would do that, but if he gets traded to a team in order to, you know, the Pirates just are so cheap. So they trade him and then he gets traded to a team and they want to extend him. I would be more likely to do that with a pitcher than I would with a hitter that wants an extension. Like, you know, you got a guy like Soto, and he was just like, nah, I'm going to hold out for about, I don't know, 700-800 million. And then teams are just like, okay. Mets stepped up. Possibly regretting it. Like, what motivation do you have other than internal, some kind of a, like, where does motivation come from, you know? It's some kind of an internal force or possibly external. And when you get paid almost $1 billion in guaranteed money, how do you remain motivated? You could say, like, you could, like us from the sidelines, we could just be like, oh, I would be. I'm not. You don't know. Have not seen the numbers hunting, scrapping. Welcome back, my friend. Also, by the way, people have been saying that forever, like since it's like the 90s. They say it every year. They always say it, no matter what. So it's not like... It's very different. This era is very different. There's a mice. Something tells me you've been hanging around on the blowout forums. I can smell somebody who's been hanging out on the blowout forums through the internet. Smells like an incel. You can smell him. Bobby. Not you, I'm just saying in general. But I do catch a whiff of something. And it smells like the blowout forums. Maybe it's just the chili I ate yesterday. What next? How about a Bowman? Let's see if I can pull this up for you. This is what I picture everybody that hangs out there looks like. They look like this. They got a little brace on their mouse hand. Wong, you're not one of those people. You're a troll. Trolls are different. Troll could be anything. You say the things you say to be funny and to be kind of like just to like jab at people. These people say things to make people like feel bad. Like they say things to bring people down and to bring like a scenario down. But you're just trying to like just I don't know. You're just trying to have fun. At least that's the impression I get. Like you're just joking around. These guys are trying to bring people down. Big difference. Like Dixon cider here. Perfect example and perfect timing, actually, Dixon. Not a very clever name. I get it. Not very clever. You would be the guy that hangs out on the blowout forums. Just trying to bring people down. No one likes those guys, by the way. No one. Not even the fellow incels. So I mean, that's just a great name. It's just perfect. They don't even like each other. Like, they hate each other. The guys who go on there and they're just like, wah, wah, wah. Cry, cry, cry. Like, those people hate each other. It's not even like everybody hates them, but also they hate each other. That's a crazy group to be a part of. Richard Maddock, X-Fractor. Tyler Locklear, red rookie. There's a Drew Jones, magenta wave. Yeah, that's right, Wong. Last time, what was it, Friday? Hunting and Scrapping came around. I knew right away. But I was feeling generous. I was like, let's just give him a chance. Usually generosity comes back and bites you. It's pretty crazy how that works. It's also pretty crazy, my instincts, how I immediately know. Like, even the mods. I bet you most of the mods, like Norton knows right away. Like, most of the people, you can just tell. Like, the first thing that comes out of their mouth is some kind of, like, negativity. You know right then. The very least you could do is just be like, hey, guys, I'm new around here. Like, what you doing? Having fun? Instead, it's almost like they sit there and they plot and they bide their time and they're like, how can I say something that people will instantly dislike me? What could I possibly say and not get immediately banned? And not break YouTube's TOS. There's a few things you can get away with. Ramirez. First auto for the Angels. In comes Hunting and Scrapping. Hold on, I think I hear DoorDash. Go. Aiden Smith to $3.99. Weatherholt. A league of her own. She knows. She gets it. Breseno to 125. But how could everybody have fun without the occasional talker? I need to have that ready to go. There's a lot of little memes and like JPEGs that I should just have ready to go. Put it on the list. Add it to the list. Seaver King to 350 wave. Condon. If you weren't here earlier, we got a beautiful Charlie. Beautiful Charlie auto earlier. Chase Hampton. Reptilian. And a mini diamond. Sean Keys. Heritage high number. You know we're going to pull something good out of here. Good spread of rookies. No, scrapping. This is the breaks. What he means is, when you go on vacation, he comes into your house and takes all your copper. And your catalytic converter. Don't know anything about it, Michael. It happens with other things too, though. GWU. Happens with other things too. It's kind of weird. Like it happens with movies, pop culture. So people who like love movies hate movies the most. Isn't that weird? GW says, you'll never meet people who hate baseball cards as much as card collectors. Yeah, it happens with everything. It's crazy. It's like, even like, I don't know, like critics. Critics of all sorts. Movie critics, art critics, book critics. Just anybody who like really loves something, and then they bash almost everything about it all the time. They get snobby, really snobby. Like I have my share of that too. Like I'm not like, I try to be constructive with my criticism and like also offer a better way or an alternative way. That's the best way to do it. If you don't have an answer, then why don't you just keep your mouth shut? But that happens all the time. Like you'll notice a lot of, I mean, this goes back to the beginning. Like that's kind of your job when you're a critic, a reviewer. Is it you just bash everything, and it's kind of sad. But it happens. Yeah, I can see everybody's chat, Irish. If you type it and it's in the chat, I can see it. This isn't connected at all to Patreon, by the way. YouTube, it's completely separate, two different companies. It'd be cool if they somehow teamed up and you could like cross connect it. Yeah, that's the big thing. That's why I find this funny. But it's like with cards, Eric, people do it for a different reason a lot of times. It's sick and it's like pointless what they're trying to do. They're trying to manipulate the market, like a lot of people, especially on the blowout forums. There's a lot of people on there trying to manipulate the market. Doesn't work. Has no effect on it. I shouldn't say no effect. An indiscernible effect on it. But people like to trash things so that it'll go down in price so they could buy it for cheaper. I don't know how much of it is that, but I know there's a portion of it that is that. Especially like right before a release drops on like tops.com, people will flood, like they'll flood the comment section being like, not worth it, overpriced, trash, garbage. Like they just like pages and pages of that. And then they're like, grabbed 4 boxes. It's because they don't want other people to go in and buy it so that they have a better chance. It's really pathetic. Blue. It's not all that. Some people are like just curmudgeons. But there's a chunk of people who do that. Maeda to $6.99. It's like a business strategy for them. Sick. And then some people are just like literally that. They just do it just because they're like, they get off on it. It's weird. A white quad rookie pitchers. Merrill. Benuelos to $6.99. Losers do that. Yeah, I mean, it's literally a business strategy. They're like, I can make X amount of money by hopefully slowing down the flow of people wanting to buy this. And then they're wrong so often. Like every time they're wrong. But people don't go back to the other threads and look at what they said was trash, worth nothing, won't be able to sell it and make your money back. Nobody wants it, like just, whatever the generic comments are. And then to go back and see that they're wrong about every single thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's a weird thing. It's weird. It's just weird. A lot of people don't want to do any extra research either, which is kind of like my niche. It's like, I know that. So I do all the research and I just put it out there, aggregate a bunch of research and put it in video form so that people don't have to go out there and spend hours of their own time. Like if I spend a few hours to make a video of research, I'll save people like 1,000,000 hours. I think of it that way. Kerstad to $6.99. I save them like 1,000,000 hours of all the people that watch the videos and all the time and stuff. Oh, I like this. Parker Meadows rookie auto. Therefore, we can have a more productive society if they're not out there digging. Beautiful. Sean, congratulations. Big Chrome now? Big Chrome. What's up, Steven? Yeah, this the breaks, exactly. Blanco to 225. Someone just dropped Blanco in my fantasy league. He hasn't been as good this year. Last year he was really good. Shenton. Those same guys who are doing that on the blowout forums, they are this guy. Whoops. They are this guy. And he goes to Walmart waiting for the Pokemon drop, wearing his mouse brace, but he's not standing in line. He's in his wheelchair. He can walk just fine. But he took his amigo up there. By choice. I'm not going to stand here for 45 minutes. Jackson Merrill, Aqua, big one. Man, we've been hitting the heritage. Big Skeens earlier. Big Merrill earlier. We've hit both kinds of Aqua Merrills today. Says whiteboarder, but you know better. Nice Aqua. That guy, he's in there. He's in his amigo, and he's behind a couple of kids that are waiting for their Pokemon box. And he jumps the gun, cuts him in between the two kids, right between them, runs over their foot. They're crying. He's laughing. He got his booster. Nastrini. Actually, it'd probably be like an ETB. He got his ETB. They don't sell boosters in the store. Wheezing. But it's not from asthma. It's because there's just so many candy bars just stuck down in there. I can't. It's just candy bars that are making him wheeze. And I'm just telling you from experience, I know a little bit about candy bars. Reese's outrageous. Bought a whole case of them. Or a box, I mean. Whole box. 36 king-sized. Just like 2 Twix logged in his throat. Big piece of a Kit Kat. Collecting phlegm. You got diabetic from candy bars, Wong? What's your favorite one? S tier candy bar indeed. Any Reese's case hits? Guys, I have so many ideas for marketing. Like, we need to start bringing back like special redemptions. And like turn in your king size proof of purchase. You know, you got to send in like 10 of them. Get yourself a free pack of cards from Topps. Exclusive, some kind of an exclusive. We got a dual marketing campaign. We're both benefiting. People are buying tons of candy bars. Topps is getting free promotion through the. Maybe I need to get a hold of the CFO, CBA, FOTA marketing executive at Fanatics and toss him that idea. Score bars. Whoa. That's a unique one, Wong. I wasn't expecting that. You give me a list of 20, that's not on my list. I love a whatchamacallit. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Whatchamacallit's my second favorite candy bar. S tier candy bar, yeah. Whatchamacallit. Underrated by the general population, but almost unbeatable until they came out with the outrageous. Yeah, those are. Isn't a score? Is that like a butter? No. What is that? I'm trying to think what that is even. Like I know I've had it and I've seen it around, but I don't think that's a common one at like the gas station or the checkout line. What's the one that's I can like picture the texture in my mouth. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a less crunchy Butterfinger. Is that what it's like? Score. Let me look it up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh no, it's toffee. Toffee, okay. Yeah, I'm not a huge toffee guy. GW, the 5-spot. New slogan. Stryker breaks promoting junk wax and junk food. Oh, that's... I don't know if I want to be involved with that. It's a good effort, but I don't know if I want to promote junk wax or junk food. Sonny Gray. Although, see, I think it's just here's where we're going. It's a branding situation. Like, we got to not call it junk wax and junk food. That's got a negative connotation. We can be talking about the same thing, but we got to call it something else. Delicious candy bars and premium baseball cards. We can just get a little rebrand, and there we go. Grant Holman. Tobias. Ralph Waldo Emerson. They didn't believe in lighting back in the early. Philosopher. I thought he was a poet. Walt Whitman called Emerson his master. Mickey Mantle Chrome. Levi Jordan Blue. Yamamoto Flipperoo. Jack Leiter Chrome. Jordan Blue Speckle. Got the D-back? No, but I was talking about Jordan Lawler earlier. I went on a little rant about their usage of Jordan Lawler and how I don't understand why they would call a guy up and just play him like once every 3 or 4 days. Maybe you get like one AB and then you got like 3 days off. That's just, I don't quite get it. Blanco, another Blanco gold to 50. Bo Naylor. Wow, we're so lucky we got 2 of these. Henry Clay, founder of Republican and Whig Party. That is something. Nimmo. I kind of like those, actually. It's like the cards from Allen and Ginter, like the weird cards from Allen and Ginter. Like, I make fun of them and haha, make a big joke about it, but they are kind of fun and entertaining. Fergie Jenkins. Real One Auto. I asked for some autographs from Heritage earlier, and they've obliged. Yeah, I know. I ranted about it earlier, Wong. My take was, I know that a guy can be a utility player and a bench player, and you play him against, the matchups, the platoon splits. But usually you do that with kind of like a solid veteran type player or someone who's used to just being a platoon guy, not a rookie or, a real young player who hasn't gotten a lot of run anyway. You got to kind of get them in there for, like a week straight, couple weeks straight, get them some consistent ABs. Otherwise, why don't you just keep him down in minors so that he can keep getting his reps? Bo. Jaden Hill. Cade Smith. I know all situations aren't perfect and ideal. I just feel bad because I like Jordan Lawler. I want him to succeed, and he's not really succeeding the way that they're playing him. The fast break. Is that still a thing? Fast break candy bar? Oh, it is. Okay, so yeah, it's Reese's. Nougat. Bunch of peanut butter and nougat in that thing. An underrated aspect, or an underappreciated or thought about aspect about candy bars is the texture. And not just base texture, we're talking about layers of texture. And that's why this outrageous bar is so good, because it's got the crunchiness and also the smooth. And I'm looking at this fast break and I'm going, it looks like there's not a lot of variance in texture. It looks like a lot of nougat. Estevan Florial. Like the Snickers bar has peanuts, so it's got that change up of texture, whereas I don't know what this bottom layer is that I'm seeing. There's some kind of a bottom layer to the fast break. Do you guys want to see the fast break bar real quick? Is that a cookie? Chocolate, peanut butter, and nougat. Let's see the product details. It's a cookie crunch, and we're talking. We got a pack here. Forgot to open the pack. Yeah, the umps have been horrible this year, James. I've been keeping track. Horrible. It's like they're ready to lose their job. They're just ready for it, and they've submitted. Is it pretzel? It's a wafer. Is that the one? Take 5. All of these are Reese's. Oh, it's got the pretzel. Take 5 has pretzel in it. So there's your texture, and then you got your peanut butter in there from Reese's and the chocolate on top and some nougat in the middle. Take 5 is the best. Yeah, I'm ready for the partial robo umps. However that's going to work out, I'm ready for it. Brian Roberts. This is the second Brian Roberts autograph we've pulled. This is a refractor to 199 Orioles hit for Nick. And a couple of packs. Yeah, Dave. Dave says, finally a subject I can weigh in on. I know my candy bars. Well, what's your candy bar choice, Dave? Oh, fast break? Yeah, okay. You just take 5 is the pretzel Reese's. Dave's on top of everything. All right, Dave. I'm going to source you in the chat. Casas, Riley, Crochet to 99. I mean, I know my candy bars, but not like some of these I'm struggling to remember. Usually what happens is when we go bowling, they have like every kind of candy bar there. And so that's where you can sample a new variety. Dude, you should see the candy bar selection at our bowling alley in town. I have never seen a better one. They know, yeah. The bowlers are just like, I had to take 2 of those, 2 of those. Would you give me a handful of... That's where I always get my whatchamacallit. Because they have those there. They have some bangers. Yeah, candy bars and alcohol. It depends on if you have acid reflux. Because, like, for some reason, if you eat a whatchamacallit and you've already had about 8 beers, it just, like, floats on top of... It's not good. However... one of these after half a dozen tall boys had a whole... All right, Reese's, enough beating around the bush. I want a sponsorship. I told you guys already, I want to go around to the checkout aisle of different places and buy every single candy bar and review them. Just do a one-time sit-down of like, all right, here we have the Walmart selection. And then I'll take like a bite out of each one. I'll have some crackers to clear the palate. Maybe a little bit of milk to swish around in there to neutralize. And maybe I'll just spit it right back out. I might not even eat it. I might just spit it right back out and just give a legitimate review with criteria and everything. Orange! Joe Mauer. Twins Joe Mauer. The only Joe Mauer. Going to Kurt. Whiskey and chocolate. Reese's are hard to rank. Yeah. Because they're so like, it's just all about the peanut butter. I also thought about doing that same thing for gum and mints in the checkout aisle. You could do that, or you could just go around and just buy every one. And then it's like you can rank the store. Like who's got the best selection? What's the best one that they have to offer? Just in case you're standing in line and you're like, you know, there's like 25 different candy bars here. I can't decide. You could quickly pull up Stryker's review and determine what one the best one is. Objectively. Yeah, you just default to the old reliable. And maybe you want to go outside of your box and experience something new. Xander. Well, we got up to 205 likes. I think we can do a little bit better before it's all said and done. We only have 2 boxes left. This and one more. Another orange. Color match Bregman from back in the day. Astros hit for Mark. Nope. Who's got the Astros? Nick. Pure power Mike Trout. Fifth Avenue. I think that's the one I was thinking of earlier, Julia. It's like it's kind of like a Butterfinger, but a little bit different of a texture. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Make that video? You want me to make that video? What if instead of like being all professional, let's just throw around a few options of how to make the video, because it really like the presentation is going to make or break that. So there's that option, or there's the option like to be real professional about it and like review it like legitimately. Then there's the other option of as soon as you get out the door, you just start gobbling them down, or like before you even get to your car, didn't make a scene, like everybody's looking at you and you're just like ripping open wrappers, just ravenously, maybe taking some frantic notes or not. You'd have to make it funny somehow. We gotta put Nando Pristine up on the board. Sit down review. Parking lot review? No. Okay, not a parking lot review. What if you found a collection of vagrants around there, and then you had them be the review bros? We're looking at different angles here, okay? Don't judge. So then they win, and also you get good content. It's a win-win. Okay, we can keep going. Yeah, different, a bit of a different texture, Julia. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Reese's are the most overrated candy ever made. Are you talking Reese's Pieces or everything Reese's? You better be careful with your response. Tyler Gilbert. Pristine Auto. Actually, that's not a pristine. It's just an encased. For Travis. Independent contractors. I know where like the shanty town is in our area. It could go back into that. That'd be a video. Big bag of candy bars. It'd be like going into the woods with some dead fish. Walking around, they swarm you. No, I didn't, but some of my buddies either went or wanted to go or were trying to get tickets or something, and I was just like, dude, I've seen, like, that is my favorite album, but of theirs. But I've seen them so many times. I've seen them do that show so many times too. I've probably seen them 8 to 10 times in concert. Small venues too. So like up close and personal. Huge, like just sounds fun, and I would have, but I'm just too stinking busy. Carlson and old. Too busy and old these days. '21 of 25. Orange. Pristine. Dylan Carlson for the Cardinals. For PJ. Reese's are too gritty, like eating sand. Dude, I could eat Reese's both peanut butter cups and pieces as just lunch every day. Jeff McNeil. Ooh, that's a dirty one. Little pinstripe on the side. Classic McNeil dirt relic. Game used, on card pristine, numbered to 99. Whitney with the Mets hit. Yes, Neil. Yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I'm a fan of like My Chemical Romance, Under Oath, like Manchester Orchestra, Freddie Peralta Blue, Pristine to 75, but also like System of Down and Perfect Circle and Tool. We still got a Bowman HTA. Bad Omens. Never, I just have heard him on the radio. Never really listened to him though. Other than on the radio. Lately I like Highly Suspect and Falling in Reverse. Silver Sun pickups back in the day. A lot of that emo stuff I listened to. I didn't know it was emo back then. I just thought it was like I didn't define it. Put it in a box. That was just the music that was on and around. And then I found a YouTube channel called Emo's Not Dead. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that one. Hilarious. And then I was like, all these songs are the songs I used to listen to. This is all emo? Emo, screamo. It's just like I've gone through different phases of things I listen to throughout my life. When I was in high school, it was like Rage, Radiohead, Rage Against the Machine, or Tool, Perfect Circle, some rap. Like I'd listen to like some hip hop type stuff, but grew out of that a little bit, some of it. Cam Smith, the 499. That's kind of a strange spot for the first refractor numbered card. It's kind of a strange spot. I wonder if we're going to get something crazy in this box. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Always been a fan of Chili Peppers. Caden Dana, red rookie. Loma Vita to 250. Bryce Rayner to 99. Purple Bresnahan. And the autographs. We got at least 2 parallels. Pineda. First auto for the Reds for Michael. Hayden Alvarez. Legendary auto for Mr. Alvarez. I like it. Going to Mark. And Kyle DeBarge to 250 purple Twins auto. Get these top loaded. Next break. Eye makeup and an emo haircut. No, I never was like that. I've always been just like this. I like some of that classic rock. I do like the classic rock. Like, I mean, I've gone through, like I said, many phases. There was a Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin classic rock phase. Still like it. Like Frank Zappa, all kinds of that, like that era. It just evolves, you know, like I was basically all the bands that played at Lollapalooza. That was my style for about a 10-year stretch. I still like some of it. The Verve Pipe, yep, I liked them back in high school. First time you heard Zappa, you thought you were having a stroke. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Some kind of progressive jazz fusion. Weird. It's weird. My dad liked it, so he got me into that. Had all the records. And then my buddies, or like my dad and my friends' dads or friends, so then we listened to the kind of music that they would listen to. Some of the first concerts I went to was like Jeff Beck and Tom Petty. Richard Maddock, X-Fractor, Blanco to 225, Kerstad to 699, Benuelos to 699, and Maeda. Smith to 399, Thomas, Shenton, Skeens, Fry. Got some more refractors to 699. Sean Keys, Mini Diamond, Hampton, Reptilian, King to 350, Montez Reptilian, Manaya and Naylor, Harrison Alvarez, and another Alvarez and lighter. STP, yep, seen STP and Alice in Chains. Dana, Ellis, Diaz, Yamamoto. Yeah, I kind of grew up in the grunge era, so like all of that I like. Scherzer, Myers, Jordan, Holman, Peterson, Thomas, Gray, Walker, Smith, Hill, Bichette, Haney, Glasnow, Nimmo, Judge to 150. Andujar to 799. Nastrini to 75. Ramirez, first auto. Sick Aqua Skeens, Fanatics box exclusive. Rucker to 999. Tobias Blue, Royal Blue. Fergie Jenkins, real one auto. Aqua Jackson Merrill from Heritage. Parker Meadows, rookie autograph. Bobby first. Drew Jones to 199. Braceno to 125. Juan Soto, that's a Nationals relic. Or no, yeah, it is a Nationals relic. Nationals, National League, event worn. Mauer, pristine to 25. Crochet to 99. Roberts to 199. Pache. Florial, Blanco to 50. There's a Buxton hiding back there to 99. Jeff McNeil, dirty, dirty, dirty relic. That's a pristine to 99. Dylan Carlson to 25. Xander pristine. Nando pristine. Freddie Peralta blue pristine to 75. Gilbert Bregman orange. Bresnahan to 250. Rayner to 99. Lomavita to 250. Dana red rookie. Cam Smith to 499. DeBarge to 250. Alvarez to 150. Pineda first auto. Woo! Well, we got it done. We made it through. It took 2 attempts, but we did it. A lot of content coming your way soon. Be prepared. Tomorrow, dropping video number 2 of the case break of Bowman Mega Boxes, 2025 Bowman Mega Boxes. Then Friday, we're going to do some more breaks. So if you want to join the Patreon group and get involved in a break, we're going to do some more Friday. And then over the weekend, we're going to have a hit compilation video. And I've got 2 more videos to finish out the case break. And we'll be back at it again next week. Thanks for watching.